Happy Mother's Day. And this is a real fun one if y'all want to join me. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Love, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. For you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Lauren. That was beautiful. All right. Well, good morning again, and welcome to the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. So glad to see all of your beautiful faces here and feel the consciousness of all of those who are joining us online today. Just want you to know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. If you missed it, my name is Rev K, and I am your host today. And so to begin, we want to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we believe. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. And we do this by aspiring to live authentic spiritual lives through the practical applications of the teachings of the science of mind. So that probably leaves a lot of questions as well of what do you believe? And so we've boiled those down into 4 really high-level thoughts that you can take with you today. Number 1 is that all thought is creative and influential. If you're thinking it, you're already creating it in your life. It's already on its way to manifesting in this beautiful world. Number 2 is that there is only God, that everything is an expression of God to the degree that we're willing to accept it into our lives. So that means that evil and devilishness, look, I made a new word, evilishness, starts and stops right here in our minds. That we have the power to manifest good in our lives. Number 3, kind of ties right along with that, is that everything is either an expression of love or a call for love. So think about that the next time that somebody frustrates you or a car cuts you off on the freeway or something happens. We can take a breath, pause for a moment, and remember everything is either an expression of love or a call for love. And the final one, number 4, is that regardless of what has happened in your life, what you have been through, anything that may have transpired in your world, you are whole, perfect, and complete right now. Right here, there is a place within you that has never been pressed down, wounded, touched, hurt, made fun of, made not enough. Whole, perfect, and complete, just as you are right now. Mm. All right, and this next slide, I don't know that I know what we're doing with the, we're releasing the kids. See, I miss a couple weeks and I don't know what's going on anymore. All right, I don't see that we have any kids. I think they have already gone because they were so excited for Children's Church. So they have already gone in to do that creativity today with Carol and our helper for the day. All right, and so we also like to welcome first-time guests. So if you are here for the first or even second time and you feel comfortable, would you just raise your hand so that we can welcome you and celebrate you? Yeah, I see a couple people here. That's beautiful. Welcome, welcome. And if you were joining us online and you would like, you can go ahead and use the prompts on the website to sign up for our newsletter. And for those of you who are new and in the sanctuary here, there is a sign-up list right over there if you'd like to be on our newsletter to hear more about all of the wonderful things that are going on around here. All right. And next I want to invite Jose up to light our inclusion candle. We light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, and all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, seen and unseen. This candle reminds us of the light of spirit within each one of us. And if there is something that is on your heart or weighing on your mind, I want to also remind you that we are a praying community and that you are not alone. And we would love to support you and celebrate your wins as well. So you can fill out the lavender prayer request sheets that are in the back pocket. You can also follow the prompts online to request prayer, and one of the practitioners can reach out to you. That website is sierracenter.org. Or if you prefer, you can pray with me after church. All right. It's not the first Sunday of the month. I'm trying to figure out where I am. Oh, and so then we have a board member to do announcements today. I don't know. There we are. Our beautiful board president will come up to do our announcements.
Good morning. It's on? Can you hear me? Okay. Hi, I'm Marilyn Gale, and here are today's announcements. The new May-June double issue of Science Mind magazine is available in the foyer for $10. Pick up your copy today. Are you feeling in the need for more connection in these uncertain times? Join Rev Julia on Zoom for connection, meditation, and affirmative prayer. Give yourself a spiritual boost every Wednesday from 5:45 to 6:30 p.m. Zoom link is available on our website calendar, and remember that's sierracenter.org. Saturday, May 17th, that's next Saturday. Based on Gabriel Bernstein's New York Times bestseller, The Universe Has Your Back, Transfer Fear into Faith. This life-changing workshop will guide you through powerful exercises, deep meditations, and state-shifting rituals that unlock a new level of clarity, confidence, and trust. The workshop will be led by Steve and Nicole Andrews, and cost is on a sliding scale. So please show up if you're interested in that. Sacred Circle Dance next will be on Monday, May 19th from 10:30 to noon. Currently meeting outdoors in Condon Park on Minnie Street. Please arrive at 10:15 and RSVPs are appreciated. And that's to Judy Silberman. Don't see her today, but she's a beautiful person. And she leads the dance. Are you interested in becoming a member of Sierra Center? May 27th and 29th from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. We will be holding our next Foundations class for membership, an introduction to the background and basic principles of our Science of Mind philosophy. Cost is a love offering. All are welcome, even if you aren't interested in membership and would just like to learn more about our teaching. Please show up. You can sign up on the foyer just to let us know that you're interested. Save the date for Sunday, June 29th. After service, join us for a workshop, Taming Your Inner Critic. Ooh, I want to go. This is facilitated by our beautiful Rev Mitch. Learn to recognize when your inner critic is influencing your thoughts and holding you back. This workshop will guide you in quieting self-doubt, excuse me, and reconnecting with your authentic self. Cost is a love offering for that class. Help us replace our projector. Yeah, you can see how poor the image really is. We need a new projector, and we're now taking tax deductible donations until the end of May for the replacement of the projector. Our goal is $4,500. We're currently at $1,060 in donations. You can take an envelope out of a seat back and mark donation for projector on it and include it in the offering basket, or you can see Rev Mitch after service. If you feel called to help with our Sunday service, we could always use that. And you can see Chana after service in the foyer for more information. We need help with easy tasks like making coffee, taking signs in and out. It's not a big situation for that. Okay, and on the back it says information flyers and sign-up sheets for all classes and events are located in the foyer right here. And you can find Zoom links and details about all our announcements in the weekly e-newsletter and on our website, again, sierracenter.org. And this is also a friendly reminder right now, please silence your cell phones before the service continues. Thank you so very much.
All right, wonderful. Yeah, we don't want to add to the music that we're about to hear from our beautiful guests, Lauren Montgomery, Blessing to the World.
Thank you.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world. We are the we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth, and who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world. We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth, and who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world. You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth, and who you are, and all you do we're a blessing to the world.
So beautiful. Thank you again. That's a great way to start our inward shift. And so I have a reading for us today, because I am also your practitioner of the day. And this is from one of the daily guides here from the Science of Mind magazine. For most of us, our faith grows as we develop our spiritual practice. As we mature and allow God to express in our lives, we let go of fear and struggle and accept peace and serenity. In my own life, I have come to realize that there will never be a moment where I say, I got it, but rather many moments when I can say, I'm getting it. Faith is a process of growing and accepting. The theologian Paul Tillich wrote, only through crisis can faith mature. Doubt must eat away the old form of faith so that a new and deeper faith can be born in us. And what a joy to know that as it emerges, a loving presence is always at hand, honoring the struggle and every victory. And we're going to take that in by ringing the bowl and then chanting Om. Om is that primordial vibration of the one that I call God, the one that we call God. And when we chant we are connecting ourselves to this fundamental vibration. And I like to think that as we chant together, we begin to breathe together, and even our hearts begin to beat together. So let us begin. Please take this into our time of silent meditation, and I will bring us out with an opening prayer. What a joy it is to drink in this goodness and this beautiful container of love and light and joy we are creating together this morning. And what I know is true is that there is only one presence, one power. I call it God, I call it good. And I know that it is here now. For there is no spot that God is not. And that includes each and every one of us, that we too are God made manifest in this beautiful world. And so it is in this knowing this that I speak a word for this beautiful service this morning. I know that as it unfolds, it does so through the wisdom and the guidance of the One. That every person who is here by absolute divine appointment. And so I just declare that we are each blessed and a blessing. What a joy it is to come together, to share that love, to create this container, this safe space to fill our cup from every week. And so I speak a word of blessing over every volunteer and every hand that made this service happen, over our guest artists and Reverend Mitch, knowing that everything that is shared, every task, every motion is done so from that place of service and divine good. And I'm so grateful for this community and for all of the good that is already unfolding here today. And I simply cast this forth into the law. I let it go. I let it be, knowing that sweet spirit is already saying, yes, beloved one, yes, yes, and yes. And we know and affirm this together by saying together, and so it is. Wonderful. All right. And then now we once again get to enjoy the beautiful melodies of Lauren Montgomery.
You might know this one. All right. Actually, if you want to help me out. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this light of mine, I'll let it shine. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine on. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine on. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine on. One more time. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, shine on. Let it shine, let it shine, shine on. Let it shine, let it shine, shine on.
Woo! Give it up one more time for Lauren Montgomery. I want to say, you don't always see what goes on behind the scenes, but Lauren really poured her heart into this week's service. We went back and forth, emails, phone calls, and I just want to appreciate everything that she's done. Can you tell? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Sunday, everyone. Turn to somebody and say, glad you came. Let's greet each other. Glad you came. Glad you came. So glad you came. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. So before we get into everything, I just want to mention the membership class. So it's a great way to learn more about Science of Mind and what we do here at the center. We have a couple people signed up. We do need at least 5. And I want to remind members, if you just want a refresher, come join us, right? You can keep taking this class over and over and over again. It's end of the month, just a couple hours for 2 days, and we're going to have a good time. So you can sign up over there, and we'd love to see you in the class. So happy Mother's Day! Happy Mother's Day! So we have a great little cartoon here I love. It says, Mom, we've hired a few people to fill in for you while you relax on Mother's Day. So we have the taxi, the chef, the nurse, the teacher. I don't know if that's a swami or a my mom, I don't know. She wasn't a clown, but they threw a clown in there, a priest, a maid. So grateful for all the roles that mother play. And if you are a mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, or a mother over a fur child, it all counts. You embody mother energy. Would you please honor us by standing so we can recognize you and all the love that you've poured into the world? Yes, yes. And Chana's coming with some roses. We want to make sure. Now, please stay standing if you are also a grandmother. So sit down if you're not a grandmother. Let's give a hand for our grandmothers. Chana, over here, right here, and right here, right there. And now please sit and stay standing if you're a great-great-grandmother. Do we have some great-greats? Great-great-grandmothers. Pat, we have 3. We don't have triple, do we? I don't know. Do we have triple? We have triple? Just double. Okay. Thank you so much for pouring your love into the world. And what I want to say is a couple things about Mother's Day and Father's Day, and it all holds true, is, some of us got not always the fairy tale version of mother, right? And I don't even think that exists. Some mothers struggled and did the best they could during hard times, right? For some of us, we're estranged from our mothers. Some of us have had our mothers transition. Mine's been gone for 17 years, and every Mother's Day, I miss her, and it's kind of a tough day. And mom guilt is real. Some moms feel like they weren't enough or they didn't show up as their best selves. So I only bring this up to say we shouldn't always assume that it's filled with all the joy that we want it to fill. We want to meet people where they're at on this day. And we can ask, how is Mother's Day for you? And then we can hold people in that space where they're at. Because here we believe in authenticity. And I just want to point out that Mother's Day can land different places for different people. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're all on this healing journey together. Yes? Yes. Blessed be. So today's message, all week we've been talking about raising your voice. And last week we talked a lot about the word specifically and some of the energetic impacts. But today we're going to talk about the power of your word. And it may seem deceptively simple, but there's immense power in the power of our word when we infuse it with the energy of our feelings, our frequency, and how we treat our word. Because words can sound different depending on with the energy behind it, right? You ever have, I know when my mom said certain things a certain way with a certain energy, it meant something different, right? My mother was from Europe, and when she was really upset, she'd say this word. She'd go, allez vite, and she'd throw her hand up in the air. Now, I had no idea what that word meant, but the energy spoke volumes, and I was gone. I just knew to leave, whatever that was, right? Because here's the truth. We're not here to learn to say nice things or memorize affirmations. We are here to awaken to the truth. And a truth, capital T, truth, never changes, right? The world will change, the season will change, our bodies will change, but the truth, the high truth, never changes. And the truth is, our word is a vibrational force that moves energy and configures our inner world and magnetizes us to the outer world. See, words are not neutral. They carry a frequency and a belief. And when spoken aloud, they ripple. Remember last week I told you, speaking aloud, much more powerful in the ether of all the energy, and it comes back to us according to the power that we've infused it with. So today's title of the talk is Amplify Your Voice. Who would like to charge their words with power and clarity and have them? Yes. The master teacher Jesus spoke to water and said wine. Boom, there it was. And science and quantum physics is catching up with how that is actually possible. So there's 3 ideas that I have today that I want to explore with you to amplify the power of your voice. The first is feel the frequency. The emotional charge, right? Be it, right? When I want more peace, I say, I am peace, and I feel it, right? That's the feeling tone of the head and the heart connecting to amplify. The second point is, and I love this one, maintain the integrity of your word. We're going to talk about word hygiene. It's a thing. I made it up. But a very important thing. And then the third thing we're going to talk about is speak with firmness and expectancy. Know your word is law, spiritual law, principle, just like the law of gravity. It's that strong. It is an actual force of nature, our word, when we speak it in alignment with our innermost being. So feel the frequency, emotional charge, be it. Right? We want to infuse our words with the feeling tone of our manifestation as a now time reality. So we don't say, I'd like to have more peace in my life. We say, peace is in my life now. And I feel that peace on the inside. No matter what chaotic environment we're in, it starts within here. Because we live in a be, do, have universe. We be it. And if we can be peace on the inside, we'll do peaceful things and we'll always have peace or love or whatever it is that we're calling into our experience. Here's how Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of Science of Mind, he says it this way. Right knowing gives rise to right thinking. Right thinking projects an inward state of pure feeling. An atmosphere of reality is loosened through the word. Don't miss that. An atmosphere of reality, we call that a condition. That condition gets loosened, right? Through your word, which projects as much reality as one feels at the moment. It produces a result equal to his inner awareness. Equal to our inner awareness. Here's how Jim Rohn puts it. Jim Rohn was a great metaphysical teacher. He taught Tony Robbins. And let's get a few words here from Jim Rohn on infusing our
words mixed with faith, words mixed with courage. That's what's powerful. Words have a certain effect, but words loaded with emotion have an incredible effect. If I had a little straight pin, right? Guy buys a shirt, it's got all these little pins in it. I take out all these pins. If I took one of those little straight pins and I threw it at you, and let's say it reached you and hit you in the face or hit you in the hand, you'd feel it. This little straight pin, you'd feel it. That means I got you with my words. But what if I took that little straight pin and wired it to the end of an iron bar? See, I could drive that pin through your heart. The pin is the words, the iron bar is the emotions. the emotions. Here's the best I could share with you. Put more of you into what you say. Don't be casual in language.
Put more of you in what you say. Who feels like pins are on their face right now? Or in their hand? I thought that's pretty graphic, but at least you'll remember it, right? That it's the energy back of our words. You know who had a surety and alignment in their word was Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks. When she was asked to go to the back of the bus, she said a one-syllable word with complete alignment in her being. She said no. And she said no with a vibration that moved a nation. You know, did you know there were others that refused to go to the back of the bus? I didn't know that. But there's something about Rosa and the energy back of her no that set a tidal wave across our nation. That's the kind of power we all possess when we create that alignment. And the alignment's not volume. It's not being clever with your words. It's alignment with our heart, our mind, and our soul. And sometimes that alignment comes in as a whisper. I remember in June of 2023, I had come here to Grass Valley for an event, and I was walking down Main Street, and I just walked out of Elixir. Now it's a cookie company. I miss Elixir. I walked out, I had my little smoothie, and I was looking around, and I was feeling the vibration of Grass Valley, and I had one thought. I thought I could live here. And 10 months later, all the pieces got moved around. I forgot about it. 10 months later, I'm living here. And not only am I living here, I'm living here in this beautiful, wonderful community. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Number 2, this is one of my favorites, maintain the integrity of your word hygiene. Is your word clean or is your word optional? See, a clean word is a word that we speak that we mean. We mean what we say, and we say what we mean. We don't go back on it. Anybody ever move like from an apartment or a house or something, and you ask friends, hey, can you help me move? And they're like, sure, just call me. And you call like 2 weeks later, they're like, oh, that day. Oh, my back. Like all of a sudden, nobody's around. It doesn't feel good, does it? But we all have that person that when they give you their word, you can like cash it in no matter what. See, if we're wishy-washy with our word, which is wishy-washy with our energy, we get wishy-washy results. And we start to train the field with our energy that we don't really mean it. We don't really mean it. I think that's why we see so many New Year's resolutions. You know how long they last? 15 days. I'm going to quit sugar this year. 15 days later, Snickers bar. But here's the thing. Every time we break our word with ourselves, it weakens. And then when we have a weak word, we don't trust ourselves. And when we don't trust ourselves, we don't want to take on hard things. We don't want to try and go outside our bubble. We don't want to go towards our dreams. You ever hear the saying, my word is my bond? Anybody ever hear that saying? That came from 16th century England. It was a binding contract. That's how they did business. Now you got to remember back then they didn't have like copiers and typewriters. They'd get out the ink well and do the right cursive to write anything. And they needed business to move quicker, so they came up with this norm. And you didn't want to be the person that broke your bond, because if you broke your bond, you couldn't do business. Nobody would exchange with you. But this meaning of your bond, your word is your bond, it carries a profound spiritual significance. See, your word binds you energetically. It's a vibrational contract between your inner being and this universal mind that always listening. Whether it's something you whisper to yourself or you speak out loud. Because wherever you go, there you are. See, you know when you've broken your bond. You may not tell anyone, you may have a good excuse, you may have a great story, but on the inside, we know when we make these little microaggressions towards ourselves. See, in Science of Mind, we teach when you speak with intention, emotion, and alignment, you powerfully imprint the vibration into the law of mind, and it reflects back to you in form. But only in the form that is as good as your soil. So if you're breaking your bond, you're going back on commitments, you're not honoring your word, that's some weak soil. So you can get a little plant, right? So we got to be clean with our word. I love this little affirmation. I'm going to break it down and then we'll say it. This affirmation says, I speak as the divine speaks. Now imagine God, Spirit, all that is, whatever power you use for God, what word you use for God, saying, well, I might make the sun shine today. I'll try to make the sun shine today. Doesn't happen. All powerful, all knowing, all wise. So speak as the divine speaks. I will, I am, I can. Those should start your sentences. And the second part of this affirmation is, what I declare is. It is. Right? The great example, for instance, Jesus, who was an avatar, and there have been many avatars, said, not water, wine. He didn't say, water, could you try to be wine? I would like a little wine right now. It'd be really great. We're all out, you know. If you could. I want to keep the party going, whatever it is, right? No. Declare what is. I am abundant now. I am whole now. I am healthy now. Don't let conditions change. You'll be like a puppet on the end of strings if you let conditions tell you what is happening. Drive your own ship. I declare what is, and it is being made manifest now. And then the third part of this, and I love the third part of this affirmation, I stand in sacred responsibility of it. This word, it's a sacred vessel. Do you hold it? Do you keep it? Do you carry it? Or you just drop it? Maybe, I don't know. I said that last week. I can't remember. No, sacred responsibility. Let's repeat this affirmation together. Repeat after me. I speak as the divine speaks.
I speak as the divine speaks.
What I declare is. And I stand in sacred responsibility for it. Say that every day to keep your words clean. When I was 7 years old, I had a lesson in this. I had been practicing, I got a basketball, and I've been practicing my hoops, my shooting down at the park. And 7 years old, you know, the ball's as big as your head. So it was really hard to launch it up there. But I'd finally gotten it in, and I came home to Mom, and I said, Mom, I can make a basket. I want to show you. Can we go to the park? And she said, well, we'll go on Saturday. I said, all week, I was so excited. I'm like, oh, Saturday, we're going to go. I was super jazzed. And Saturday comes, and I go, Mom, it's time to go to the park. You said we go. I'm going to shoot the hoop. She goes, oh, not today. And I said, why not? And she goes, oh, well, I can't today. And I said, and now my mom knew me. I was never a whiner or a complainer, but all of a sudden I was having a meltdown because my heart was set on it. But Mom, you said, and I got the basket, and I was getting whipped up into a frenzy, and so she knew this landed wrong. And I'm sure she made this up because that was my mom. She made stuff up. And she said, well, I didn't promise. She said, I didn't promise. And she said, if I say I promise, then you can count that I'm going to do it. But if I don't say I promise, then it might change. And all of a sudden I went, okay. And then she said, if you say you promise, you've got to do it. So for 37 years until her transition, we kept our promises. Now, that's a heartwarming story, but I didn't realize how powerful that phrase of promise and all of the energy and weight we gave to I promise until I was struggling with addiction. I was addicted to shopping, interneting, food, and gambling. And I kept going to recovery. I was a frequent flyer. I get clean for a while and I go back. I get clean for a while and go back. But I always knew there was one thing I could do that would end it all. And December 31st of 2010, I walked into the Thunder Casino with a wad of money, and I knew that was going to be my last night. And then when the night was done, my money was gone. It was about 1 a.m. I went out to my car. I looked up in the sky, and I said, Mom, I will never gamble again. I promise. Not for nothing. That's been 15 years. And I never will. There's nothing so important as to break that promise. Not one thing. So it gives you a new perspective on the weight of our words, how we carry them, how we share them, and our effect on others. And I want you to know that standing firmly on our word, declaring what is so important. This last piece, standing on the word that you have spoken and putting your weight on it and saying this and nothing else. This and not that other condition I see coming my way. I stand firm on the word. See, this is the hardest part. Because stuff want to pull us out, right? The statistics, the probabilities, the diagnosis, the odds, we start giving away our power to. But when we stand firm on our word and we say this is and not that, it moves providence. When I was in college, my senior year, I kind of dog paddled my way through college. I have very much money. I was borrowing books. I was trying to figure it out. And I get to my senior year, and my plan was I was going to work, save money, so I'd have somewhere to live because my mom was in government housing, so I couldn't live with her. Right? Good plan. I didn't anticipate that I would get sick. I got really sick during finals. I couldn't carry a job. In fact, I had strep throat, non-AB hepatitis, and mono. I mean, I was so sick, I probably should have been in the hospital. I dropped 25 pounds. And it was just a struggle to get through college and graduate, let alone anywhere to live. And I was terrified. I had visions of me living in the back of my Camaro hatchback with all my stuff back there. And one night, I had to come to Jesus with Jesus, because that was my higher power then. And I remember I was talking as if Jesus was in the room, and I'm like, look, I cannot have went through this 4 years, all this money, all this struggle just to be homeless. No. And then I started crying the ugly cry and the 3 breaths and then the snot and everything, that cry with the shoulders. I don't know how long I was doing that, but I'm like, no, you got to figure it out. Like, this isn't happening. What I realized is I was doing denials, and if you come, we'll teach you about that. But then I don't know how long we had this conversation, but all of a sudden I was like empty. I was just done. There was nothing else to say. And then this calm came over me like I had never felt in my entire life, like a warm shower of wellness. And I knew one thing. It was going to be all right. And I fell asleep that night, and I slept like I hadn't slept in months. And I woke up the next day, and I still had the same problem, but I couldn't be upset about it. I'm like, I don't know where I'm going to live, but it's going to be okay. Like, I was giddy about it. I couldn't even worry. That's how transformed I was. And every day I would go to the mailbox, and there was a little window one day, and I saw a brown envelope. Looked familiar. I pulled it out. Had a little check hatching in the window. I went, oh, this looks like a check. I opened it up. It was from the Veterans Association for $959. A mistaken double payment from December. It was an answer to a prayer. Just enough for last month's rent and to turn on my utilities. See, that's the power we're talking about. It makes a window or a door where we don't see a way or we don't see the light. Now they caught up with me and I paid it all back, right? Paid it back. It's a little loan from the universe. Stay in integrity. But that's why I'm so passionate about this teaching. It's real. It's impactful. And what I notice about us, and me in particular, is, we always try to do it our own self until it doesn't work. And then we go, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, there's prayer. Yeah. Maybe I could pray. Maybe I could work with my higher power. Maybe I could speak my word. And you could do it even without all the struggle. But sometimes we got to hit a dead end. Because when I hit a dead end and when life is the leanest, the face of God and Spirit is the clearest activity in my life. We see the good show up when we don't have anything or anywhere to go, yes? So I want to close with a little Nikola Tesla. Here's what he says. He says, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. See, energy is generated when we have emotion, right? When you're filled with emotion, can't you feel the energy, whatever that emotion is? That's energy, that's active. And then the quality of our frequency is connected to the integrity of our word. If we're wishy-washy, the frequency is not clear. Imagine dialing into a radio, right? If the signal's not strong, and our signal won't be strong if we're not in integrity with our word. So that frequency, do you mean what you say and say what you mean? And then lastly, the vibration, the firmness. When my mom said Alevit, there was a lot of firmness. There was a lot of vibration. Conviction. When I was in that prayer, I will not be homeless. No. Speak in this way and watch the secrets of the universe unfold for you, with you, and through you. Blessed be. Blessed be. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, we're going to do our affirmation. I will say it once, and if you're able to stand and say it with me a second time. My words are alive with power. I say only what I mean and stand firmly upon them, knowing it is so. Together. My words are alive with power. I say only what I mean and stand firmly upon them, knowing it is so. And so it is. Blessed be. If you will, please have a seat and take your gift in your hand. We appreciate all of your gifts here at the center. And our ushers will start circulating a basket here. And if you'd like to give online, Sierra CSL 44321, we also are a tithing community. So 10% of what you give, half of it goes back to the community and some of it goes to our supporting Centers for Spiritual Living. So know that we also give as well. So if you will take your gift in your hand and we will repeat the intentional giving statement together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Wonderful. So the baskets will come around, and Lauren will gift us with another song.
Birds they sing at the break of day. Start again. I heard them say, don't dwell on what has passed away, or what is yet to be. Yeah, the wars, they will be fought again. Holy dove, she will be caught again. Bought and sold and bought again. The dove is never can't run no more with that lawless crowd. While the killers in high places say their prayers out loud. But they have summoned up a thundercloud, and they're gonna hear from me. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. You can add up the parts. You won't have the sum. You can strike up the march with your drum. Every heart to love will come like a refugee. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. Sing with me if you know this song. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's how the light gets in. And that's how the light gets in.
And it is with a grateful heart that I receive these gifts. I'm going to give them later, but I'll receive them now. And all of the intention, love, and grace that they've been given and infused with. This property and energy of spirit that moves in and through this center, out into the community, the state, the nation, and the world. To uplift, to heal, to unite, to create, and to bring greater unity to the one of us on the planet. I release this word, and together we say, and so it is, and so it is. So before you run off today, we do have some treats in the back, coffee and tea. Please stay around and fellowship with us. Also, if you're a mom and you didn't get a rose, there's one with your name on it right over there. So please pick one up. And let's do our thank yous. I want to thank our ushers today, Giovanni and Pat. Can we give it up? Our candle lighter, Jose. Announcements, Marilyn Gale. Streaming, Diana and Anna. Thank you so much. Sound, Maya. Appreciate you. Did we have a sign placer today? Who was our sign placer? Chana, the amazing Chana. And I want to thank Rev K for stepping in and being our practitioner of the day. Thank you. We did a last-minute assignment, so thank you so much. Children's Church, give it up so Carol can hear. Carol Untasier with Children's Church. Our platform host, Rev K. And last and certainly not least, the amazing Lauren Montgomery. Thank you so, so, so much. So what are you taking away from our experience together today? What are you taking away? A rose. A promise. Love. Crowd? A crowd. My word, unity. I thought you meant crack something else for a second, but I'm glad to hear you explain that one. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, let's go ahead and usher our little metaphysicians in, our children in, as we play the song. And if you want to stand and clap, I like doing that.
I'm glad you came.
Woo! Yay! Awesome, awesome, awesome. So does somebody have an affirmation for us? They all do.
Okay, remember, mom is, what's mom?
Love.
Mom is,
Deborah.
mom is,
Love.
Joy,
Peace.
caring, kind.
and thank you, mom.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. That was our affirming message today. Thank you.
Okay, so let's say this together. Children, we see you, we love you, we're glad you're here, and we're here for you. Blessed be. Thank you. All right, if you will stand, we will do our benediction. So our benediction, and repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this thing called the Word. It's this thing called principle. It's this thing called force of nature. I know it. I feel it. I sense it because I am it. And so it is. All right. We will do our closing song.
I want to give a shout out to my mom out there on Zoom. I love you, Mom. Happy Mama's Day. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
friend, make a friend, and have some treats. Have a wonderful week. So glad you